What if I told you that there were only 5 dumbbell exercises you needed to do, and by doing them, you will be looking and feeling stronger than ever? Most men waste hours in the gym doing exercises that barely move the needle, but by doing these 5 key movements, you will build some serious mass and strength. Skip these, and you're setting yourself up for mediocre gains no matter how many hours you spend working out. Let's get started. Exercise 1. Dumbbell goblet squat. Ever notice how many guys spend hours on leg machines but still have underdeveloped lower bodies? Most men focus on isolation movements without understanding the fundamental patterns that actually build real-world strength and size. The goblet squat works as the ultimate lower body developer. It trains your entire leg musculature while engaging your core in a way that machine exercises simply can't match. By holding the weight in front of your body, you force your core to work overtime to maintain proper posture. Research shows that compound movements like the goblet squat significantly increase testosterone and growth hormone production compared to isolation exercises. That's a hormonal environment that builds muscle not just in your legs, but throughout your entire body. From a functional standpoint, this exercise builds the kind of total body strength that transfers to everything you do in daily life. Whether you're hoisting your golf bag from the trunk, getting up from the bleachers at your kid's baseball game, or tackling those home renovation projects your wife has been asking about for months, the fundamental squat pattern gives you the strength and mobility to handle life's demands with ease. Here's how to perform the goblet squat correctly. Select a dumbbell you can control with proper form. Hold it vertically against your chest, just under your chin. Secure it with both hands, keeping your elbows tucked in. Set your feet slightly wider than shoulder width. Brace your core tightly to prevent the weight pulling you forward. Lower yourself by pushing your hips back and bending your knees. Maintain a neutral spine throughout the movement. Push through your heels to stand back up, exploding upward. I recommend performing 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 15 reps depending on your goals. For strength, stay in the 5 to 8 rep range with heavier weight. For muscle building, aim for 8 to 12 reps. For metabolic conditioning, push to 12 to 15 reps with shorter rest periods. But if developing powerful legs is impressive, wait until you see how our next exercise transforms your entire posterior chain in one simple movement. Exercise 2. Dumbbell deadlift. You might think building a strong, functional body requires dozens of exercises, but what if I told you that one movement could develop your entire posterior chain more effectively than all the hamstring curls and back extensions combined? The dumbbell deadlift functions as the ultimate posterior chain developer. It simultaneously targets your glutes, hamstrings, lower back, and spinal erectors in one compound movement. This exercise isn't just about building muscle. It's about creating a foundation of strength that everything else builds upon. What makes this exercise particularly effective is that it trains your body in its most fundamental human movement pattern, the hip hinge. This is the exact same pattern used in picking things up from the ground, jumping, sprinting, and virtually any athletic movement. From a functional perspective, mastering the deadlift pattern is perhaps the single most important thing you can do to prevent back injuries as you age. This isn't just about looking good at the beach. It's about being able to help your son move into his college dorm without throwing out your back, loading that new 75-inch TV into your truck without calling for backup, or tackling that backyard landscaping project without spending the next week broken in bed. Here's how to perform the dumbbell deadlift correctly. Stand with feet hip-width apart, dumbbells at your sides. Initiate the movement by pushing your hips backward. Maintain a slight bend in the knees, but don't squat. Lower the dumbbells along your legs, keeping them close to your body. Continue hinging until you feel a stretch in your hamstrings. Drive your hips forward to stand up, squeezing your glutes at the top. The key is to focus on hip drive, not lifting with your back. Your spine should remain neutral throughout the entire movement. Do 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, focusing on perfect form rather than maximum weight. As you master the movement, you can progressively overload by adding weight or increasing repetitions. And if building a powerful posterior chain is important, our next exercise shows you how to develop a thick, strong back that commands respect. Exercise 3. Dumbbell row. Did you know that the average man completely neglects his back muscles, leading to poor posture and plateaued overall development? There's one exercise that solves this problem by building thickness and width throughout your entire back. The dumbbell row rises above all other back exercises. It develops your lats, rhomboids, rear delts, and traps, while also engaging your biceps as secondary movers. This movement creates the thickness and width that gives your upper body that powerful V-taper appearance. What makes the dumbbell row particularly effective is how versatile it is. By making simple grip adjustments, you can shift emphasis to different parts of your back. The overhand grip emphasizes upper back development, while a neutral grip targets the lats more directly. An underhand grip increases bicep involvement while still hitting the back effectively. This exercise doesn't just build an impressive back, it directly counteracts the hunched forward posture that develops from hours hunched over spreadsheets, slouching through Zoom meetings, or that long commute in rush hour traffic. By strengthening these posterior muscles, you'll stand taller and straighter, looking and feeling a decade younger while keeping those chronic neck and shoulder pains that plague your coworkers at bay. Here's how to perform the dumbbell row with perfect form. Stand with feet shoulder width apart, holding dumbbells hinge at the hips until your torso is about 45 degrees to the floor. Keep knees slightly bent and core engaged. Let the dumbbells hang straight down, arms fully extended. Pull the dumbbells toward your hips by driving your elbows back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together at the top of the movement. Lower with control back to the starting position. Focus on keeping your hips and torso stable throughout. Perform 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps per side. Feel free to experiment with different grips to emphasize different areas of your back development. But as effective as back training is, our next exercise builds the shoulder development that creates that wide, powerful upper body appearance. Exercise 4, dumbbell shoulder press. We've been told that building impressive shoulders requires countless lateral raises and front raises. But what if one movement could develop all 3 deltoid heads more effectively than all those isolation exercises combined? The dumbbell shoulder press serves as the cornerstone of shoulder development. It builds strength and size in your front and side deltoids, while also engaging your traps, triceps, and even your upper chest. This compound movement creates the foundation of upper body strength that makes everything else easier. What makes this exercise superior to machine alternatives is how it forces your shoulders to stabilize the weight throughout the entire range of motion. This creates not just size, but the kind of functional strength that keeps you in the game. Whether you're showing your teenage son you can still throw a tight spiral, wanting to power through 18 holes without your shoulders barking at you on the back 9, or just being the only guy in the neighborhood who can clean out his own gutters without hiring someone half your age to do it. Research from the Journal of Strength and Conditioning shows that overhead pressing movements activate the deltoids 15 to 20% more effectively than lateral raises, while simultaneously building the stabilizer muscles that prevent shoulder injuries as you age. Here's how to perform the dumbbell shoulder press with perfect form. You can perform this standing or seated. Both are effective. If standing, maintain a slight bend in your knees and brace your core. Hold dumbbells at shoulder height with palms facing forward. Position your elbows at roughly 90 degrees, not too close or too wide. Press the weights directly overhead until your arms are fully extended. Lower with control back to the starting position. Focus on keeping your core engaged to prevent arching your back. For maximum deltoid engagement, avoid locking out completely at the top. Perform 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, focusing on quality movement rather than just moving weight. As your shoulders strengthen, you can progressively increase the weight while maintaining proper form. While shoulder development creates width, our final exercise develops the chest that completes an impressive upper body. Exercise 5, dumbbell bench press. Did you know that most men completely neglect the adduction component of chest training, which is why so many still have underdeveloped pecs despite years of training? The dumbbell bench press excels as a complete chest developer. It builds size and strength throughout your entire pectorals while engaging your shoulders and triceps as secondary movers. Unlike the barbell version, dumbbells allow your arms to move through a more natural range of motion, supporting more functional strength training. What makes this exercise particularly effective is how it allows for that crucial adduction movement at the top of the press. By bringing the dumbbells slightly together at the top, you activate more chest fibers than you ever could with a fixed barbell. This creates the kind of complete upper body development that makes your chest look impressive from every angle. This exercise doesn't just build a bigger chest, it specifically develops pushing strength that becomes increasingly valuable in daily life. Whether you're pushing that stalled lawnmower through wet spring grass, rearranging furniture without your wife rolling her eyes and calling the neighbor for help, or being the hero who can easily push that SUV out of a snowbank in the office parking lot, Strong pressing power is what separates the men from the boys in those moments that matter. Here's how to perform the dumbbell bench press correctly. Lie on a flat bench with feet firmly planted on the floor. Start with the dumbbells at chest level, palms facing forward. Press the weights up while bringing them slightly closer together. Focus on bringing your elbows together rather than just pushing up. Lower the weights with control back to chest level. Maintain a slight arch in your lower back for proper shoulder positioning. Breathe in as you lower the weights, out as you press up. For maximum chest activation, focus on that slight inward motion at the top. Perform 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, focusing on the mind-muscle connection with your chest rather than just moving weight. As you progress, you can adjust the bench angle to emphasize upper, middle, or lower chest development. You don't need to spend hours doing endless exercises. Just these 5 movements performed correctly will transform your entire physique. Here's how to put them together into an effective full-body dumbbell workout. Goblet squat, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 15 reps. Dumbbell deadlift, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Dumbbell row, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Dumbbell shoulder press, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Dumbbell bench press, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Perform this workout 3 times per week with at least 1 day of rest between sessions. For beginners, stick with the same weights for 4 to 6 weeks while focusing on perfect form. For intermediate and advanced lifters, use progressive overload by adding weight or reps each week. Remember, the best workout is the one you actually do consistently. This routine hits every major muscle group in just 45 to 60 minutes and can be performed with just a pair of dumbbells. Ideal for a home workout for men. Follow this plan for 8 to 12 weeks, and I guarantee you'll see dramatic changes in your physique. This isn't just another workout. It's a complete muscle-building system to develop the kind of functional muscle that not only looks impressive, but serves you in everything you do. These 5 exercises give you everything you need to build muscle without a gym, and build a body that commands respect and attention. If you've enjoyed this video, please share with friends and family. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.